Okay. So earlier, I think we were more of an agrarian kind of a country, and Maharashtra would have been an agrarian state, and so the people who were farming, they control probably the votes and everything, So maybe that has diluted over a period of time. Most farmers are Marathas, and it's not that all Marathas are farmers. Over a period of time, the farm vote has become more and more less significant.
Why do you think there is this issue that the farmers' distress is not the top of a poll agenda? Because Maratha quota or pride of Marathas is still a major issue. Manoj Jarange Patil is a biggest example of that. But despite that, why do you think that farmer distress is not the main poll issue?
See, number one, I think Maharashtra, I think the last census showed that about, 55% is rural and 45% is already urban. So it's possible that the urban has actually, it has actually overtaken the rural, or maybe it would be more or less the same. Maybe it would be 50 to 50, 50-50 if a new census is taken. Okay, and I think within the rural, probably the farmers are much less, and even among farmers, a lot of their income comes from non-farming.
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier I think we were more of an agrarian kind of a country, and Maharashtra would have been an agrarian state, and so the people who were farming, they control probably the votes and everything, So maybe that has diluted over a period of time, and most farmers are Marathas, and it's not that all Marathas are farmers, but a lot of the farmers are Marathas, and it's a fact that the number of consumers are higher than the number of producers. So probably, over a period of time, the farm vote has become more and more less significant, and maybe that is where, so even if you look at the movement for Maratha reservation, it is not over any MSP or on any farm issues. It's more on, that our people should get reservations in government jobs and in government educational institutions, So I think farm politics is now more or less, I don't know, I think in India we are seeing a very interesting period where it is becoming marginalized. I'm not saying irrelevant, but it is becoming marginalized to larger consumer interests, and a large number of people today, get a lot of government handouts, etc. Right? I mean, so probably, they are pretty happy with this kind of a thing. And I think definitely in Maharashtra, I believe that there has been some kind of an OBC consolidation, which has happened silently, and probably I think so many. It's a very complicated thing. I'm sure people will keep analyzing this election, but offhand I can think of OBC consolidation. I can think of Ladki Behan. Okay, and I can also think of the fact that there was no drought, there was no distress in the sense that, the people had no water to drink, and, actually Partha was traveling with me in Marathwada. He told me the last time he had come there was no vegetation, there was nothing, it was very dry. Whereas when we saw, we went from Pune to via Sholapur, all the way to Latur and all. We saw it was quite green, there was a lot of vegetation, and people were busy, sowing the next Rabi crop. So I think that itself would have made a lot of psychological difference. Whereas when you're going to vote, with temperatures some 45, 46,
right.
I think that itself would have precipitated the anger. So I will say that, weather has helped, Ladki Behna has helped, and food inflation was bad, but still it's okay. I mean, it has and probably, I don't know, probably the Mahayuti had more boots on the ground. Probably they were better organized. Maybe whatever the management of the voters, etc. I think probably the campaigning was much better. These guys were probably more laid back. They were going by their past glory. Like Sharad Pawar and all. So probably I think we have to reconcile ourselves to the fact that history has changed. We are in a different period. Yeah.